Guys, honestly, this content creation business is not easy. All right. So I'll tell you straight away, it's not easy. Now, I've learned a lot of things for the past few months that I want to share with you, and a few things that I feel it's unfair not to share. All right. Now, stay tuned on this episode as I share my experience on YouTube and how I believe the truth about successful content creation on YouTube and the lies that people tell you. All right. Thank you. Stay tuned. Hello there. I hope you're doing well. Today, I just want to bring a topic that is really, really important now. Social media is growing. People are really, really finding interesting to earn money on social media. There's a niche there, and that's a fact. It's a reality, but it's not accepted by some people who are doing their 9 to 5 job and just busting themselves up to make a living. The reality is that social media is there for that. Now, how do we make money on social media? You have tons of people out there showcasing how they can help you, how to update your brand and how to become the best podcaster ever. You have ads everywhere about that. That's no doubt about it. You have a lot of tools available to make you become the best social media. But I'm going to tell you what I think is working effectively. All right? Bear with me. I'm only new on this thing, but I have time to study about this business, okay? Now, and it's not, before I start, I will tell you this game is violent and it's not for the faint of heart. If you are not a resilient person, forget about social media. Go and get a job and feed your family differently. But if you want to get into this game, it's not for the faint of heart because it's a tough game. Why is it a tough game? Because it's not like food people need to eat. Social media is a choice and there's a lot of variety of information and channel that people will have to decide if they want to watch you or not. That's something you need to remember. 5 things I learned, all right, so far. Number 1, obviously, have your niche. But that's what they say. But I would challenge that to say that have your niche is not that consistent. It's not that important to start up. You don't have to have the niche when you start, but as you go along and continue to be in your presence, figure out how to keep into be a subject matter expert. It can be just being a dog lover, or you see a lot of little channel that just growing flowers. But at the beginning, you don't necessarily have to have that niche, but as you grow, you need to have defined that niche for yourself. A second thing is you need to understand that when you go into the channel, into social media as a form of income or even as a hobby, you need to go with the idea that you are starting a blind date relationship with a ghost, all right? Because you don't know who you're going to meet there. You don't know who is going to be your person. You don't know. You're just going in there. Like, it's not like a blind date where actually at least you have an idea of when the person comes and you know who it is. And it's that one person now who's going to be the guy or the girl for your life. No, this is definitely a wild game. You are going into a relationship with golf where you're standing in front of a camera, looking at yourself when you're filming, but when you upload it, you don't know what's going to happen next. That's my other take. So, third part is ensure that you definitely understand the platform in which you have started the niche with, whatever you want to do. All right. So if you're using YouTube, if you're using Instagram or whatever platform you're using, I would almost say you invest more time study about the platform than investing time trying to get views. All right. Then the last bit I want to add is please understand that you will not be able to go anywhere if you don't buy into the rules and regulation of the platform you're using. Yep, believe me or not. Do not listen to any brand strategists who are telling you, change your thumbnail, get the hook done, get this, get that, or the position of the camera, the position of the microphone, the bad sounds and everything. I would tell you that there are people who have million views and they have the most horrible setup in their channel. I'm telling you, I am not an expert in anything that comes to social media, but I had to study and learn, and I can tell you every time I went into a study to find out what works and everything, whew, sometimes the content is just horrible. The person will take 15 minutes of your time and you will be like, what is this person talking about? What exactly is this about, right? So let's elaborate a little bit. Do you know how when we, like for Gen Z might not know, maybe Gen Alpha and the new millennial people will not know, but the likes of us who were born before in the 70s, we grew up to the 90s, I say even early 2000, we grew up with one TV station or two if we're lucky, depending on the country, and one that is managed by the government, and where you always have what the government wants to hear. And then you have this private channel where obviously this is where you get the game shows and you get all these other stuff that they privately own. And those channels needs to survive, right? So while from time to time we grow up being annoyed, like you're watching a movie and the twist and the hook of the story is at the peak, or you're watching a show and then a blip, an ad, and everyone say, oh my God, what is this, right? So so it's so funny. So we grow up with that. So obviously what happens there is that those channels, those TV stations really have to survive, and they have investors, and most of this investors, at least 75% of the investment, comes from the fact that they have to put money, and they have to sell their product to the TV, and that's how the TV survives. So that you see that they heavily invest into their marketing into the channel. So they have to have ads about this and ad about the things that you don't even really care about, but they know everybody's watching you more because there's nothing else to watch. And they know that if I keep pushing that in the middle of a movie when they're about to watch something, the brain register, oh, maybe I really like this Dove product. I don't know, maybe I really like this new perfume of whatever they put into you in front. So they need to survive with advertisement. And then YouTube, 2005, evolution of YouTube. Oh my gosh, YouTube, wow. First it was like YouTube. Now we get to have access to other stuff that is just normal life. It's normal people doing normal stuff, right? We get those videos out there, poorly edited, poorly filmed videos, but we're just happy that we don't have to stay and watch what the TV forces us to watch. Now we can make a choice, all right? That's how it works. But then YouTube start growing. But how does YouTube grow? How does YouTube survive, all right? We all know that they have to sustain themselves. They have to keep the server going. They have to pay for the technician. It's not an easy game, right? Now, I never worked for YouTube, so I'm not giving information that is private, but it's quite common sense that we know that YouTube became one of the fast campaign platform, right? So you want to come here and talk about your product and talk about yourself and talk about whoever you want to talk about, you need to pay, all right? But the nice way of doing it is that, no, you can sign up for free. There's no problem. But it's a give and take. I mean, like, we all know about those bad friends, bad relationship, those people who tend to use us when they need. And sometimes we've used people when we need them and we give up on them. But YouTube ain't having it. I'm not going to be that friend where you can come to me and use me when you want. You need to give and take. And that's where the Mr. Algorithm comes in. Because Mr. Algorithm does a study clearly on how often you pay for your ads. So you need to invest 6 months. At least I would say when you start a YouTube channel, I would almost say invest about 6 months of little income subscription per month to pay for ads, to set up a campaign so that you can be seen, and if you can train the algorithm to know I am serious. I'm posting 3 times a week. I'm putting an ad on my videos. I'm sacrificing this. It's quite small. It's not a lot of money. I'm sacrificing for you to tell at least 10,000 people that I'm here. Someone is going to find out who I am. I'm going to keep popping up in their page, but you need to have me. And that's what algorithm does. Algorithm doesn't do you post it twice and 3 times and da-da-da. Algorithm works with, hey, did you pay me? Did you pay me? How often did you pay me? Did you pay me once a month, or did you just pay me two? I'm going to give you what you pay for. And I want to really, really tell you that YouTube will actually bury your video sometimes. I know that for a fact. So I have videos that I know are completely funny. And I have some videos that are quite stupid, but I'm not taking them down. But I'm telling you the truth that YouTube will bury those videos if you don't pay them. Now, the reason why we don't want to tell people that we started by paying YouTube is because we don't want to tell people that we are paying to be liked. All right. We want to make people believe that those 10 million people who are watching me, they really love me. Oh my God, they love me. No. From the smallest to the biggest YouTuber, there's a give and take. All right. There's partnership with YouTube. There's partnership with Instagram. There's partnership with TikTok. And there's partnership with everything. Why do you think that you always get these little boosts? Oh, this video can be... They actually know that this video can make something, and they will tell you. And sometimes listen to them. If they actually choose one of your video and tell you, you can boost this, they know from experience, from the way it is, that that video can actually be a hit. Don't be ashamed and pay for that. So to be on a serious note, at the end, I say that I'm not equipped to teach you about how to manage your ad campaign. Like I say, check the Gemini or Snapchat, all those platforms that teach you about things. There's quite a lot of resources out there. Learn from their own website, their own platform. Don't go to other people. Read the policies, read the rules and regulation of the country where you are. Read the methodology of how they're doing, what they expect you to do, and how do I create ad? What's the impact of my ad? And always putting yourself in your mind that right from the beginning that the ad that you created will not be monetized. Like, for example, I know in Ireland, for example, that if I put an ad on this video and I get millions views, I will not get any money out of it. So you need to be sure that at the beginning you sacrifice just to get a little bit of what you can get. And then now people can see you. And because you've learned to be consistent with your contents as well, because you learn to actually work on your niche, you will get a group of people who will continue to watch the other videos, and then you can still get monetized as you're now established. All right. Do not try to be monetized right from the beginning. Please stop lying to yourself. You might get lucky, but depending on who you know, but I think most people don't tell the truth. They are paying. And I think it's good to actually study the platform you are putting your business into. Study what makes them work and how they can support you. They have a lot of resources out there where they can actually support you. I am not here to take all the branding and all the branding platform who are creating the new brands and this brother. They're actually using the back end of your platform to do exactly what you should have done yourself. We should study your platform, study the methodology of how you can do, and then if you have enough money, pay high, but I would say start small, pay little by little just to observe the trend, because as you pay for the ad, you observe how people react to some of the videos, because YouTube has helped you to expose those videos, and then study your watch hours versus the length of the video. All right, that's why it's always safe to have short video to maximum of 15 minutes, or like what I started, I had like 1 hour videos and stuff like that. Like I think 15 minutes is the max you can go for. And then when you have now set up a plan of advertisement for a 6-month period of time, you have already get a target of views that you expect to have, and you now can almost reduce the ads or choose which one of the video where you feel like, I know this one is going to make me money, it's very interesting, but I'm going to pay for the other ones so that I can organically get my views on these specific videos and allow me to get monetized. Now, some people are not so keen on monetization at the beginning, and I think these are the best people. Some people are more keen on being seen so that they can actually continue to convince people of that their products and what they're presenting is good. Remember, every politicians have a campaign managers, and at the end, you'll end up voting for them even when you didn't like them. Campaign and marketing is one of the most powerful tools from these platforms. And once you understand that, there's no shame in that. All right. Thank you.